animals. Do you remember? We did type of the muscles, skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscle. Remember or not, Martin? No? Look. So, Martin, we studied. Am I audible to you, Martin? Clearly?
Yeah, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Martin, we studied, let me recall you. We studied that muscles are of three type in animals or human. Skeletal muscles, they are called voluntary muscles. That's what we are going to study today. Skeletal muscles or voluntary muscles, they can be moved or controlled with our own wish. Like suppose that I'm like controlling my hand with the help of my brain and with my own wish, right? And the second thing is that involuntary muscles. Involuntary muscles are those which we cannot control. They are automated, right? And they are automatically controlled by our brain only, right? For sake of example, are these eyelids, right? They blip as per their own control. We cannot control them for the longer time period. And the third one are the cardiac, which makes our heart. They keep on pulsating, and they are also uncontrolled, right? So here the controlled muscles which make our body, which support our body, which help in the movement, they are skeletal muscles. They give basically the shape to our body, they help in the movement and all that, right? So all these skeletal muscles, they are straighted muscles or voluntary muscles. Straighted muscles because they have band, and they are voluntary muscles because we can control them by our own wish, right? So look, these are, so this is the a particular muscle, right? Inside the muscle there are skeletal muscle fiber, right? So these are skeletal muscle fiber, right? Skeletal muscle fiber, they are muscles, they are covered with a layer or a membrane that is called sarcolemma. You can see over here. So sarcolemma is a layer or cover which control them, which cover them. Along with them there is a nucleus. You can see there is a large nucleus, right? Inside these muscles there are these fiber like structure. These fibers are called myofibrils, right? So skeletal muscles are made up of small fiber. They are called myofibrils, right? Myofibrils, in between the myofibril there are mitochondria. You can see mitochondria are obviously required because muscles work continuously. They require energy, so lots of energy is required. So they have multiple mitochondria in between. Along with that, you can see there are these blue color structure which are surrounding these muscles. Basically these blue color structures, they are a type of endoplasmic reticulum, right? But here we do know, we have a specific term for these endoplasmic reticulum. These endoplasmic reticulum are called sarcoplasmic reticulum. So the function of sarcoplasmic reticulum is storage of calcium. You can see it is written already there, right? Here, these sarcoplasmic reticulum are of two types. You can see here those are sarcoplasmic reticulum which are vertical. They are called T tubule, right? Clear? They are T tubules, and basically this network are called sarcoplasmic reticulum. Basic function of their calcium storage. Is that clear to you, Martin? Got it? Hello, Martin. Keep on responding.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So look, these myofibrils are made up of dark and light band, right? And these muscles have a special type of hemoglobin that is called myoglobin pigment. The function of myoglobin pigment is the same what function is of hemoglobin. They carry the oxygen and they transport the carbon dioxide. The same function is over here, right? The function of skeletal muscle, they help in attachment to skeleton, right? Potassium is most abundant to them, right? They store glycogen. Glycogen, you know, that is a type of polysaccharide, and they contain ATP. They have sarcoplasm, right? The protoplasm which present is called sarcoplasm. They contain many nucleus, hence they are multinucleated, right? Multiple nucleus are found in this, right? So you can take the screenshot and put the heading first. Take the screenshot and put the heading skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscles, first point. Skeletal muscles are under the control of skeletal muscles are under the control of animals will. Full stop. These muscles are normally these muscles are normally attached to skeleton. Attached to skeleton. Full stop. Potassium is the most abundant. Potassium is the most abundant mineral element in the muscles. Potassium is the most abundant mineral element in muscles. Full stop. These muscles store glycogen. Full stop. They have oxygen carrying pigment. They have oxygen carrying pigment. Myoglobin. They have oxygen carrying pigment. Myoglobin or myoglobin or muscle hemoglobin. Muscles also contain ATP. Full stop. Skeletal muscles, next point. Skeletal muscles are made up of a number of muscles bundle. Skeletal muscles are made up of a number of muscle bundles. Full stop. Each bundle contain a number of muscle fiber or myofibrils. Muscles fiber or myofibrils. Full stop. Each muscle fiber is surrounded by plasma membrane called sarcolemma. It is written over it, called sarcolemma. Full stop. They are multinucleated. Full stop. Next point. Endoplasmic reticulum of muscle fiber is called endoplasmic reticulum of muscle fiber is called sarcoplasmic reticulum. Is called sarcoplasmic reticulum. It is written over here, sarcoplasmic reticulum, which is storehouse of calcium ion. Now, Martin, is that clear everything till this point?
Yes, sir.
Great. Now you know this is the muscle fiber. Muscle fiber is made up of small fibrils. They are called microfibrils, myofibrils. Now here this is the structure of a myofibril. You can see this is light color, this is dark color. So this is made up of band of light color and dark color. Right. Look, Martin. This is basically the structure of a myofibril. Try to understand. Here you need to understand. Right. These muscles or myofibril are made up of two type of protein. Try to understand. Two type of protein. One kind of proteins are like this way, right? Try to understand, Martin. I want your focus 100% over here. Look, one kind of myofibril. So one kind of proteins are like this way, and another kind of protein like this, right? This is this structure. So these pens are representing the another kind of the protein, right? And these fingers are representing the other kind of the protein. So there is a gap between them, right? When muscle contract, so they slide in. When muscle relax, they slide over. So that's how they work, right? That's how they work. Sliding in, sliding over, right? That's how, right? So when muscle contract, they slide in. So when we pull our hand, so they slide in. When we relax our hand, they slide out. So that's how the muscle work. And this theory is called, this explanation is called sliding filament theory. So every muscle is made up of two type of the protein. Try to understand over here. These green color structure are called actin or thin filament. They are thin in size, means they are less in diameter, and they are called thin filament, right? In between of these thin filament, you can see this purple color structure. They are called thick filament, and they are called myosin thick filament, right? So actin thin filament and myosin thick filament. So two kind of the filament, right? Now try to understand. First, we are going to study the structure of these thin filament. Means this one. Thin filament means this one. This is actin filament. Basically, these actin fiber, they are made up of three kind of protein. F actin means filamentous actin, tropomyosin and troponin. Here, Martin, I want your 100% focus. These green color ball like thread, they are called F actin. You can see here green color, there are two thread of green color structure, right? So these three green color structure, this thread of green color structure, they are called filamentous actin. Here you can see there are two filament of F actin, right? Now these green color structure means these F actin are attached or adhere with a yellow color thread. This yellow color thread is made up of a protein. This is called tropomyosin. In between of tropomyosin, another orange color or light pink color of a structure or globular structure are present in between. This is called troponin. So basically, the thin filament or actin filament are made up of three kind of protein. F actin means two pair of F actin. Again, tropomyosin and troponin protein. Is that clear, Martin? Tell me. Yes, Martin, tell me. Is that clear? Hello, Martin. What happens? Hello, Martin. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Is that clear? Thin filament?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Great. Now, these thick here, this is detailed structure. So this green color thread is called effectin, and this yellow color thread is called tropomyosin, and these are called troponin protein. Again, this green color filament is made up of small globular structure. So they are the subunit. So F actin is made up of a monomer, which is subunit. This is called G actin. So these, because their structure is globular, right? They are globular protein. That's why they are called G actin. Fine. Now come to the this protein filament of thick filament, right? These thick filament purple color structure. You can see these are called myosin filament. Myosin filament are made up of some monomers, right? Monomer means single subunit. So single subunit of this myosin filament is called meromyosin, right? Meromyosin. So meromyosins are made up of two dimer, right? Dimer means two molecule will be found simultaneously. The molecules will be present in pair, right? So the unit or single unit or basic unit or unit of the myosin filament is meromyosin. This meromyosin structure, this is myosin molecule, this is its tail, this is ATP binding site, this is neck, this is called neck basically. So neck is, this is ATP binding site, this is head, and head is made up of actin binding site. So here actin binding site is present, right? And this is ATP binding site where ATP will bind and they will be broken down into ADP. So Martin, you need to take the screenshot of this one. Take the screenshot and let me know.
Yeah, got it.
Great. So what will happen? I told you that Martin, when the muscles contract, they slide over and slide over inside, and when they relax, they slide out, right? Now you will come to know that how the sliding filament theory works. First, let me show you this video, sliding filament theory, how does it work? Then I will explain you and I will give you the notes. Look, how does the movement take place? Pardon. Sliding filament theory tells how does the movement takes place. So these are the microfibrils, right? In the microfibril, this green color structure, you can see this green color structure. Sorry, this blue color structure, they are the actin filament, and this red color structure, they are the myosin filament. Actin, myosin. Look, when the contraction of muscles take place, the actin and myosins, right? So they slide inside, right? That's how the muscle contraction take place. And during the relaxation they slide out. Oh, how the slide in take place? A neuron bring the masses. So suppose that I touch some hot object. So neuron, like the masses go into our brain will give the masses that pull the hand backward, otherwise you will get burned, right? So the masses will come, a masses will be this order will be taken by neuron, and this neuron give order to the, which one? Give order to the muscles. Look, when they will give the order to the muscle, what will happen? The sarcoplasmic reticulum, they will release the calcium ion. Calcium ion are released. When the calcium ion will be released, the structure of troponin will change. When troponin structure will change, these binding site will open. These are the myosin binding site. Myosin binding sites open, where the myosin protein, this red color protein, will get attached. So after the entry of calcium ion, when sarcoplasmic reticulum will release calcium ion, due to release of the calcium ion, the troponin will change its position and myosin binding sites which were closed, they will open, right? Now look, what happened? Here the ATP broken down into ADP. The bonding between myosin and actin will take place. The extra energy of ATP will pull them back. The energy of ATP will pull them back. Look, extra energy will bring them back in at their original position. Myosin protein, they will bring back them in original position. Again ATP came, they will come back in their original position. ATP will break down into ADP. Again bonding will take place and they will slide over. This is called sliding filament theory. And that's how the sliding of muscles takes place. And that's how the contraction of muscles take place. Calcium ion will come, they will change the position of troponin. This is the sliding filament theory. Is that clear, Martin? Tell me, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Martin, I will whatever we have seen in the video, I will show you with the help of my notes, right? Because you have to write at end of the day, you have to write it down in your school. So how you will write it down in your school? So try to understand. These are my notes. Look, Martin. Again, this is the structure of the sarcomere, right? Thin filament and thick filament we have discussed. This is the myosin protein, right? Myosin monomer, right? Meromyosin. Meromyosin, this is the LMM, light meromyosin. This tail part is called light meromyosin. This is neck. And again, this part is called cross arm, right? It is made up of neck part and head part, right? And this head part contain where actin binding site. So actin protein have myosin protein have actin binding site, and actin protein will have myosin binding site, right? Here is a ATP binding site. Myosin monomer made up of two polypeptide chain helically arranged. They are arranged like a snake, right? Head work as enzyme, ATPase enzyme, and it can break ATP into ADP. This head ATP binding site that work as ATPase enzyme, right? What is the function of ATPase enzyme? It break down ATP into ADP and release the energy. This is their function, right? Again, meromyosin, the above structure, this meromyosin, this monomer of myosin, it is made up of meromyosin is a polymer, monomer is meromyosin. Meromyosin is made up of two part, light meromyosin, LMM, that is called tail. Head part is globular head, that and short neck. It is heavy meromyosin, means it is made up of heavy protein, right? They remains arranged like their head remains outside. Their head, which is at arise at outside. This is called cross arm. Now, the structure of actin filament means thin filament. We have already studied that uh, it is a contractile protein, means this protein can contract, right? It is made up of three type of proteins, right? Troponin, effectin, and tropomyosin, right? Three type of protein. Again, F actin, this is called filamentous actin. Filamentous actin is made up of these filament. The single unit of this filament is called G actin, right? G actin is a monomer of F actin. F actin is a polymer that is made up of many G actin. This is the G actin, and G actin this have myosin binding site. I already told you that myosin protein have actin binding site and actin protein have myosin binding site. This is a globular protein, that's why we called it G actin, right? Second B, tropomyosin. Tropomyosin, it is a fibrous protein. This run along, it run close to the effectin and it entire length, right? Again, troponin. Troponin is present in this troponin. In between troponin is present. The troponin present at the short distances, and it is made up of three subunit. Is it clear, Martin? Martin? By the way, we have already discussed. Is that clear? That's what you have to know, explain in your school if you get the question. These are the notes actually. Tell me, Martin, is that clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So, are you taking the screenshot or what?
Yeah, I took, sir.
Great. Look, now this troponin protein, it have three phases: T, I, and C. T subunit is called binding site for tropomyosin. C subunit, calcium ion binding site. I subunit, inhibited site. Right? That's what we discuss over here. Now, how does the sliding filament theory come? This is very, very important. You need to understand it, right? This is at the molecular level, and I want your 100% focus. In case if you have any query or you do not understand, you need to discuss with me, right? So come on here. Sliding filament theory. This is a motor neuron, means the neuron which bring the masses for contraction of muscles. I explained you few minutes before in video. When impulse or masses come at the end of axon, so this is the end of a neuron, right? And this is a muscles. The structure between or gap between the muscles and this neuron is called neuromuscular junction, right? This is called neuromuscular junction. When masses will come, these neuron will start absorbing calcium ion from outside, right? From where? ECF, extracellular fluid. When calcium ion will be absorbed, so first point, when calcium ion will be absorbed, I have written number one. When calcium ion will be absorbed, some vesicles which are made up of, which are filled with the acetylcholine, that is a type of neurotransmitter, right? A chemical, right? So vesicles filled with acetylcholine, these vesicles will move inside like outside, and they burst and release neurotransmitter due to entry of calcium ion from extracellular fluid. When calcium ion will be absorbed, these acetylcholine vesicle will come and they will burst. When they will burst, they will release the calcium, they will release the neurotransmitter between the neuron and these muscles, right? So at where? At the neuromuscular junction, they will release acetylcholine. These acetylcholine will be absorbed by the or recognized and absorbed by the receptor protein which is present at the surface of muscles, right? When this receptor protein will absorb acetylcholine, what will happen? This acetylcholine will reach to the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Second point, sarcoplasmic reticulum, they store the calcium ion. They are also called L-tubulin. Calcium ion release when acetylcholine reaches to reticulum. I have written everything over here, right? Second point, right? Now what will happen? Due to release of the calcium ion, what will happen? These calcium ion, third point, these calcium ion bind to the C side. We studied troponin have three sides, T side, C side, and I side, right? What will happen? Calcium ion will bind to the C side, leading the change in the conformation structure of tropomyosin. Then the tropomyosin will change its structure, right, of the G-actin. What will happen when tropomyosin will change its structure? This troponin will go backside, active site of G-actin will open, and the bonding between the actin and myosin protein will take place. This is the story behind the sliding filament theory, and this explains the sliding filament theory. Go through with it. Tell me if you have any doubt. I will explain you again if you have any doubt. This is the most important thing. Martin, go through with it and tell me.
Yeah, I got so.
Got it? So did you take in the screenshot if you want? Look, first take the, did you take in the screenshot of this one? This one?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Then this one?
yes, sir.
Then take this one.
Yeah, it's like a document of this, like
Look, Martin, do you have the WhatsApp number of this, the person who is in
can
contact with you?
can use Zoom, sir.
Learnivio team? You have the contact number Learnivio team?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What I will do, I will forward it to Learnivio team, right?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Let me just a minute. I will save it this PDF, my desktop. Right, I saved it. Right. By the way, this is attached over here, but I think can you download it from here? This attachment is it accessible for you? Click over here. This part at this point. Try. Are you able to download it? This one. This file. If
Sir. which number to send?
This
You can
this file.
present it. You can like put it in Zoom, like meeting chat.
Okay, okay. You want me to zoom it?
No, you can
Uh,
put it in the meeting chat.
Meeting chat. Oh, right. That's what that's what I can do. Just a minute. Here is the chat. Yes. For every. Got it? It's there. Download it, Martin.
Yeah, got it, sir.
Great. So this was all about the this chapter, locomotion movement. Martin, we have completed this chapter. Go through with your complete chapter from NCRT. Still, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Then we will move to the next chapter. Then we will start with the neural control and coordination.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay, sir.
Okay, fine, great. Now the Martin, the second last chapter is that is the neural control and coordination. So Martin, when you have your final examination, what month? Any idea? Yes, Martin. Any idea? Martin.
Yes, sir.
Your what about your school examination? When they will start final examination? I am talking about the final examination.
Oh, is that February?
February of which one? Which Feb?
Oh, I don't know specific date, but like
But it's still
it's between February and March.
okay between February and March, right? No worry. I think I require only three class to complete syllabus, right? Don't
Yeah, yes, sir.
don't miss the class, right?
Yes, till chemical problem also is there.
Yeah, yeah. If if you people must not have left the class, I would have completed it in Jan before at the December only. But many times you people do not join the class, so that was the irony that I could not complete. Otherwise, I must have completed on the December, even 15th December, 15,
Oh,
20 December.
yes. Yeah,
So no issue. Still, we are left with the two chapter only: neural coordination
yeah,
and
yeah.
chemical
Yes.
coordination, right? And today
Mm-hmm.
we will complete. I think we'll start with the neural coordination, and in the next week we'll complete the neural coordination. We'll start with the chemical, right? I'm sure because neural is a bit longer. Otherwise, this one chemical is not that much lengthy. So
Mm-hmm.
neural system, animal perform three system, the three main function for the neural system, right? So our neural system is basically the brain. It is made up of small millions of the cells. They are called neurons. We have already studied that what neurons are exactly in our animal tissue system. So animal perform three main functions: receiving, processing, and responding. Right? That is the main function of neural system. Right? So what does it receiving? It receive the signal from outside with the help of sensory nerve, right? So our body have sensory nerves. They receive the signal and they take it to the CNS, means central nervous system, into the brain. So they take the signal from our body to the brain, right? Then central nervous system, this part means brain and backbone, right? They think, right? They process the information. Suppose that I touch any hot object, the information of this hotness, this will received by my receptor which are present on my finger and my skin. They'll be taken to the brain and brain will process this information. Then after the processing, brain will respond, it will give the order. Then central nervous system will give order to part or cell, right? Then what happened? So what are these signals, right? So there is a specific term or biological term for these signals. This is called stimulus, right? Or stimulus is singular term, as stimuli is plural term, right? So stimulus are any kind of physical or chemical change that take place in external environment is called, right? Is that clear? Martin? Martin? Hello? Got it? Hello, Martin? Hello, hello? Are you listening to me? What happened, Martin? Hello, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Did you got it?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. So please start writing now. Put the heading neural system and its function. Neural system and its function. Neural system is control system of body. Neural system is control system of body which consists of highly specialized cell which consist of highly specialized cell called neuron. Full stop. The central nervous system, the central neural system, the central neural system is composed of the central neural system is composed of central neural system is composed of brain and backbone. Composed of brain and backbone. Full stop. The neural system of higher animal, the neural system of higher animal perform three basic functions. The neural system of higher animal perform three basic functions. First, receiving sensory input, receiving sensory input from receiving sensory input from internal and external environment. Internal and external environment by sensory nerve. Full stop. Second, processing the input information, processing the input information in CNS, in CNS. Third, responding to stimuli, responding to stimuli, transmitting motor command, responding to stimuli, transmitting motor commands from CNS to the body parts or cells. Put a note, stimulus or stimuli, stimulus or stimuli are any kind of physical or chemical change, any kind of physical or chemical change, physical or chemical change that takes place in external environment, in external environment. Clear, Martin?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now come to the human neural system. Look, human neural system is made up of two parts. Main part, CNS, central nervous system, that is made up of brain plus spinal cord, and peripheral nerve system. Look, this is the diagram of central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nerve system is which is present outside of our body, peripheral part of our body. So these are the peripheral nerves. Again, the peripheral nerve system is made up of two parts. Cranial nerves, they originate from brain and spinal cord, and spinal nerves, they originate from spinal cord only. Write down, Martin. So that is CNS and PNS. You may get 2 marker question from here. What is the CNS? What is the PNS? Let me know when you note it down.
Yeah, done, sir.
Done? Okay. Now come to the next part. The next topic is functional part of it. Right? How does the function take place? Martin, do you remember? I think we have already covered the that one neurons, the structure of neuron. I don't think that we need again. Do you want to see it again? The structure of neuron. Are you clear with that? Yes. Tell me, Martin. Do you want it to do it again? I'll tell you. Martin, hello. Do you remember that the structure of neuron or not? Martin, what happened? Your
Yes,
response.
sir. Yeah, yeah.
That's clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So first I will tell you that how the peripheral neural system work. Try to understand what is the efferent, what is the afferent, right? That you need to understand. And you have to make this diagram. Look, what happened, Martin? Suppose that these are our skin receptor, right? Suppose that I touch any hot object. So skin have some receptor. They are made up of protein skin receptors. These skin receptors, they sense the heat, right? After that, the some neurons, they take message to the brain, particular part of the brain. Those neurons which take information from outer side of body towards the brain, they are called afferent nerve fiber, right? They are called sensory nerve fiber or afferent nerve fiber. So afferent or sensory nerve fiber are those nerves or those wires which collect the information from outer environment and take to the brain, right? They are called afferent nerve fiber. Clear? This is our brain part. Brain, this is larger brain, then this is pons, this is medulla. So they take, and the region which receive these signal is called sensory area, right? After the sensory area receive the signal, processing of information takes place, right? Brain process the information that if the hand is not pulled back, then it will get burned. There is another area which is called motor area. Motor give the order to muscle to pull back the hand, right? The order come back to particular muscles, muscle get activated and hand is pulled back due to the sliding filament theory, with the help of sliding filament theory, right? Then the nerve fiber which take order from brain towards organ, means from inside to outside, from brain towards organ, they are called motor nerve. So motor bring back order, right? sensory take in information, and motor bring back order, right? And these orders means these motor are also called afferent nerve fiber. So this is the efferent and afferent nerve fiber. That's how the peripheral nervous system works. Tell me, is it clear? Martin? Yes, Martin. Hello, Martin. Are you there? Martin? Hello, Martin. What happened, Martin? Your response is so slow, Martin.
So sorry,
What
sir.
happened?
I went to the washroom.
Okay, no issue. So did you got this point or not?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So take the screenshot and write it down about the function of uh, neural system. What is the afferent? What is the efferent? Note down. Based on their function, the nerve fiber of PNS, based on the function, the nerve fiber of PNS are divided into two groups.
Divided into
Two groups. Two groups. Namely, afferent, this one, A double F R E N T. Afferent, A double F E R E N T. Just a minute. A double F E R E N T. Afferent and efferent nerve fiber. E double F E R E N T. Right? Afferent nerve fiber and efferent nerve fiber. Afferent and efferent nerve fiber. Full stop. Next point. The afferent nerve fiber, the afferent nerve fiber transmit transmit sensory impulses sensory impulses from tissue or organ from tissue or organ to CNS. Full stop. Next point. The efferent nerve fiber efferent nerve fiber transmit motor impulses motor impulses from CNS to concerned tissue, CNS to concerned tissue or organ. Full stop. Uh, One more thing I want you to add here. The peripheral nerve system, the peripheral nerve system, the peripheral nerve system is PNS. Again, again, subdivided into two subdivision, two subdivision, right? Again, this is PNS is again subdivided into two subdivisions, right? So what are those subdivisions? So first subdivision is that somatic neural system. So first put the heading subdivision somatic neural system. Neural system. Now, what is the somatic neural system, right? So note down this system include this system include the nerve. This system include the supplying nerve supplying to skeletal muscle to skeletal muscle. We have already understood what are the skeletal muscles in last chapter as well. Skeletal muscles, right? They help in they help in movement of they help in movement of body, right? The second one, that is autonomic neural system. Autonomic neural system. This is a different subdivision. So that is called ANS, autonomic neural system. You can write down it ANS as like this way, right? It control such organ, these nerves control such organs which are involuntary, which are involuntary. From the name itself, you can see involuntary. So that it is called ANS, right? So this is the somatic and autonomic neural system. Clear, Martin?
Yes.
Okay. Now come to the neuron. The cells means the unit cell of nervous system, that is nerve cell or neuron. Nerve cell or neuron we have already understood. We have already written it. So still, I will again revise it for you. So as I ask you that you know it. This is the basic structural and function unit of neural system, right? This is anatomy of neuron. We have studied that this part is called soma or body. This is axon. This is the root part, right? And these structures are called dendrites, which receive information from external environment. Do you remember, Martin? We have already covered it. This is nucleus.
Yes.
This is neuroplasm. These are the swan cell which secrete white color protein called myelin sheath. This is myelin sheath. Nissels granule, which most probably they produce the protein, right? This is the root part. The junction between two neurons is called synapse or naps, right? And the transmission of information between two neurons take place with the help of, because they are not directly physically attached with each other. That's why the transfer of information from one neuron to another neuron takes place due to neurotransmitter, right? And neuroplasm, it have nucleus, nucleolus, mitochondria, Golgi complex, ER, lysosome, ribosome, Nissels granule, right? And this is the longest cell. Approximately 100 billion neurons are found in human. They never divide. There remains always an interface. If you want, you can take this screenshot. But by the way, you have already noted it down. Now, axon part. So, axon, it is covered with exolemma, a membrane called exolemma, and filled with exoplasm. Uh, End of axon is called terminals, right? Uh, they are efferent process because they take the masses away from the body, and they may be myelinated or non-myelinated, means this myelin sheath may be or may not be, and that's it. So this is all about the neurons. I think it should be clear to you, Martin.
Yes.
Okay. So move to the next slide because we have already covered it. Uh, Central nervous system. This is important part and a bit complex too. Look, central nervous system is, it means human brain, right? So this outer surface is covered with a hair. Inside hair there is a skin. Inside skin there is a bone called cranium or brain box. Right? Cranium or brain box. How many bones are present? What is their structure? We have already studied in last chapter. Below the cranium there are membrane called meninges. Try to understand the function of meninges to protect brain, because brain is very soft and very delicate and very sensitive part of our body. So it is covered, it is protected by hairs, then skin, then cranium, then some membrane and fluid. So these are called meninges. This is the structure of meninges. So look, Martin, this is bone, backbone. Below the bone, there is a membrane, blue color structure. This is called dura mater. Below the dura mater, there is a arachnoid matter. And below the arachnoid matter, there is a pia mater. Between dura mater and arachnoid matter, there is a fluid-like structure called cerebrospinal fluid. They are meant for bearing the jerk so that they could protect the brain, right? Collectively, these all membrane all call meninges. Clear? And if it is clear, note down it and let me know.
That answer.
Yeah? Okay. Now come to the brain part, right? Human brain part. So this human brain part, right? This is central nervous system, and this central nervous system. Try to understand. It is made up of basically our human brain and backbone. So come to the human brain. Look, this blue color structure is called forebrain, right? Forebrain is basically made up of three parts: olfactory lobe, cerebrum, and diencephalon, right? Then this part is basically this light sky blue color part. This is called middle brain. Middle plane is made up of two parts: corpora quadrigemina and crura cerebri. Then rest part is called hindbrain. In midbrain, you can see here are three glands: pituitary gland, right? This one, hypothalamus gland, this one, and pineal gland, this one. So three glands are present in our midbrain, right? Hindbrain is third part. That backside part is made up of three parts: cerebellum, pons viruli, and medulla. This flower curved structure, this which look like flower, this is called cerebellum, right? And this solid structure is called pons. This is called medulla. Medulla connect the brain with the backbone or vertebral column, right? So these are the part of brain. Note down, right? Take this screenshot. Better you take this screenshot rather than noting it down.
Yeah, done, sir.
Done? Okay. Mm, uh, right. So put the heading human brain, right? Start noting now. Brain, brain is protected in brain is protected in cranium cranium cavity. Brain is protected in cranium cavity. Full stop. The human brain weight from the human brain weight from 1220 to 1400 gram. 1220 to 1400 gram. Full stop. The human neural system has the human neural system has about 100 billion neurons. 100 billion neurons. Majority of them majority of them occur in human brain. Full stop. The brain is covered with the brain is covered with three membrane called meninges. Three membrane called meninges. Full stop. The innermost pia matter, comma. The next arachnoid matter, and outermost outermost dura matter. Full stop. There is cerebrospinal fluid. There is cerebrospinal fluid between there is cerebrospinal fluid between dura and arachnoid matter. Between dura and arachnoid matter. Full stop. Now put the heading part of brain. Right, Martin? Put the heading part of brain. And part of brain onward, like in next class, we will complete this part.